Happy Friday, Shining Stars friends. This is Miss Cinda and Hush Puppy, and today we have a really funny story treat for you. If you watched the video about our handwriting lesson, you learned that today's letters are capital and lowercase m for March, which is the month we're currently in, and Mercury. Well, today our story focuses on this funny lady who's a very, very clean lady, and it's called Mrs. McNosh Hangs Up Her Wash. So Mrs. and McNosh both begin with capital M's because when we use names of people, pets, or special places, and even titles for someone like Doctor or Mrs. in this case, they always begin with capital letters because, well, they're important. Today's story doesn't really have a problem and solution, but I chose it for two reasons. One is that it's just really funny and silly. And the second is that it has wonderful rhyme and rhythm. And you know I like to read lots of rhyming books. We've heard a lot this year. So what I'm hoping is that you'll enjoy this story video the first time and then maybe go back and listen again, and the second time, see if you can chime in on some of the rhyming words. I bet you can do them all. All right, well, I can't wait to begin this silly story with you. Mrs. McNosh hangs up her wash. Each Monday at dawn, Mrs. Nellie McNosh brings out a barrel and does a big wash. Now, Mrs. McNosh doesn't use washing machines like we use today. She has a large barrel with a washboard. She fills it with soapy water, and then she rubs the clothes up and down on that washboard to get the dirt out. And I bet if you notice this clothesline behind her, and you can figure out that that's likely where she'll hang them up to dry. It takes her all morning, and when the sun's high, she hangs what she's washed on the clothesline to dry. She hangs up the dresses, she hangs up the shirts, she hangs up the underwear, nightgowns, and skirts. Well, those seem like pretty typical things to hang up, right? She hangs up the stockings. She hangs up the shoes. She wrings out the paper and hangs up the news. That's pretty silly. She hangs up the dog. I don't think Hush Puppy would appreciate that too much, do you? And his dish. And his bone. She gets the wrong number and hangs up the phone. Oh my gosh. Now, you may have never seen a phone like this, but years ago, our telephones all had cords like this. She hangs up a hat and an old wedding gown and two sleepy bats, which she hangs upside down. Now, when we talked about bats as being special mammals back in Halloween time, right, in October, we did learn that they do sleep upside down like that. She hangs up a lamp and a large Christmas wreath and Grandpa McNosh's removable teeth. Oh, poor Grandpa. He might find it hard to talk without his dentures. She hangs up a kite by the tip of its tail. That looks a little familiar, doesn't it? The postman arrives and she hangs up the mail. I told you this was kind of a silly book. She hangs till she's hung every last thing in sight, including the turkey she's roasting that night. Now, friends, Miss Cinda always washes her turkeys before roasting, but I guarantee you I've never hung them up anywhere. Each Monday by dusk, Mrs. Nellie McNosh has finally hung up the last of her wash, including the trash can, an ironing board, the vacuum cleaner, and even a rake. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Mrs. McNosh. Miss Cinda just made a rhyme. She takes off her apron and lets down her hair. Do you think she's finished? Not quite. Then hangs herself up in a comfortable chair. What a crazy, silly story. But what wonderful rhyme. So, listen to this again and see if you can help me the second time with the rhyme. All right, friends, it's been fun. And most importantly, I think of the letter M when I think of the word miss. I miss you all so very much. So see you again soon for another story. Bye-bye.